YouTube Wardog message over. Welcome back, guys, girls, and everybody else, to part 15 of Faith, the second mission of the Canadian campaign on Combat Mission Shock Force 2. We've already got orders in place for this turn, so we're just going to roll out and see what happens. Looks like the group on the left are definitely encountering new enemies. And those enemies are firing back. And we've just taken casualties among the pioneers. And they were both lightly injured, or at least one more of them was lightly injured, but I'm just going to skip through the rest of the turn for casualties. Right, doesn't look like, it looks like we took one hit, but we didn't take a casualty from it. So let's start off up here. The pioneers move out and across the street. Yeah, one of them wasn't injured before. They take a glancing blow as they reach the building. And then the enemy in here, there's 3 of them still alive, but they are apparently cowering. Do they end up dead or not? Trying to figure out whether or not we actually get rid of these guys. Well, there goes one of them, and another one. And the 5th one. So that squad is wiped out right at the end of the turn. Now, what else goes on over here? Now the enemy in the 2-story building starts to engage us. There is 2 of them still alive. You can see back down here because we're on the basic difficulty. One of them is waiting and the other one is cowering. So this is the one that's waiting. Both cowering now. One of them is hit. There's now only one left. Still alive in there, but we seem to have lost contact with him. I wonder where he is. Can we see him? I don't think we can. I don't think he's on that corner of the building. These guys over here that are surrendering, are we capturing them by the end of the round or no? No, we're not. But then again, we did only just kill the guys in this corner by the end of the round, so... Okay, over here. How are we doing with the second force? These guys start making their moves. They didn't take any casualties. I don't know if they actually encountered any enemies or not. We'll just skip through it, because they didn't take casualties. It looks like they've captured the guys that were in this building that surrendered. So that's good. Okay. Now, whoever's suppressing that corner building doesn't need to anymore. do we tackle this? Because if we try and push up the wall here to secure the other part of this building, we're going to get engaged by everybody down the street. Well, these chaps are all still pushing through. They look like that's clear. That's probably clear as well. We will push Corporal Simmons here, oops, up to the second floor of this building and face him that way. That is a big time risk actually. He's going to be exposed to a lot. Maybe we don't want to do that. I think instead, still got one surrendering in here. We'll push the pioneers under Master Corporal Mixer across here. I think these are clear. We'll push them, whoops. We'll push them into here and point them that way. Master Corporal Grant can see that building anyway, but he can't see the two-story through there. These guys are buddy aiding their friend. Okay, that will mean that the pioneers will be able to cover there. Which will mean that well, that should mean that Corporal Simmons can oh really? He has to go on to them. No, he doesn't. He can go there. Corporal Simmons can come through here. Let's make that one a jog and that one a jog, and then maybe we can make that one. No, we can't make that one a sprint. Okay. Then pause for 10 seconds when you get in there. Move through. Actually, no, we won't do the move through on this turn. We've only got 12 turns left, but it'll be easier to coordinate if we don't do that. Bring the MG down to this building and say when you get there start suppressing that one. These guys will say just suppress that for 30 seconds, then hopefully the MG will be about in position. Well, points-wise, each of the objectives is worth 100. We are occupying Huron and the enemy's not there, so we get 100 points for that. Micmac, I think neither us nor the enemy are going to get 100 points for that because we're both in it. They're definitely on the other side of it. Then the bulk of my points, 300 of them, come from inflicting enemy casualties. Now, we've completely destroyed the forces that were over here, the ones that were over here. We've damaged the ones that are here, and I feel like we've completely destroyed whatever's here. They might have some troops over here, and they will definitely have some troops on the other side of the main road. But for a supposedly company-sized element, I feel like we've definitely eliminated a fair few of them. So what I might try and do, rather than pushing for the full 12 minutes and risking, well, rather than taking big risks for the last 12 minutes, I'm going to go a little bit more conservative and hope that we've killed enough of them, basically. So let's see what happens on this turn. I'm going to skip through because I don't think we're in direct contact. Oh, we are now. That's that two-story building I was concerned about. Alright, let's skip through for a casualty check. Didn't take any. Good. Right. So the only thing now is the enemy that pops up over here. Right, when we moved out of here, have we captured this guy or not? Yes. Okay, he's captured. It is a 3-man command team. One of them's immediately, two of them immediately actually. The 2 soldiers are immediately dropped. Wow, that was and then he panics and surrenders. Wow, okay. That was very well done. Okay. So they're surrendering. Lovely. These guys have got a 10-second wait, apparently. But no. You don't need to wait 10 seconds. Unless I tell you to. Pretty sure this is clear, pretty sure this is clear. We've just defeated the team that was in here. We know this is clear. So it's really these 3 that we're unsure of. So I reckon if we push Corporal Simmons through here and then have Master Corporal Anders move out this way and hunt around this corner, and then hunt down to here. Is he going to be exposed down there? I mean, he might be for a moment as he crosses there, but once he's tucked in against this wall, shouldn't be. And we'll hunt right down to the door if we don't come into contact with anyone. The Pioneers are holding there. They're still on the 2nd floor for fire support. These guys under Master Corporal Van Cleef have recovered their casualty. I think I'm going to have these chaps come down here and face that way. can't tell them to... there is a window there that has line of sight down the road, so I'm hoping that they will occupy that. So that maybe they can engage anybody that's down the end of the street. I'm going to bypass this cluster of buildings because most of them are walled in and they don't have line of sight to anything. I'm certain there's probably enemies in this building because they've got a keyhole onto the road there. But if we don't run past that, it doesn't matter. We've only got 11 minutes left. I'm not going to try and winkle them out of there because that's going to be a really difficult position to get them out of. So instead, we shall move. There is a building with line of sight straight down the road there. Don't like that very much. We'll move to there and then sprint across into this building. Then follow Master Corporal Anders around this way and prepare to move into this position. Yeah, I'm not prepared to risk any vehicles. Like, I think it's definitely not going to be a total victory, but with the 100 points from Huron, plus, you know, a certain amount of points from inflicting casualties, which we've definitely done a lot of, I think we might be okay. Let's see how this one pans out. I think we'll go from this kind of angle now instead. I'm going to flick through for a casualty check. Okay, we didn't take any casualties, but we have made contact with an enemy in the building at the end of the street here, armed with an RPG 7v1. And as I expected, which is why I told them to run, that RPG attempted to shoot at them and stacked his RPG into the floor over there. Oh, the guys on the second floor opened up on him. Now, do we have a vehicle that can see that building? No, apparently it's just out of sight. Interesting. You've got one more bomb. Let's point target this building. Light, immediate, confirm.
Stand by for cast request.
Okay. These guys have not encountered any enemies. So... there's a compound wall here that means that this bit is completely isolated. Okay then, in that case, when you guys are finished moving through there, move into there. Wait 10 seconds just to be sure. And then, what we're going to do is say, Corporal Simmons. Is there a door on that side of the building? No. It's at the top though. So Corporal Simmons is going to wait for 30 seconds. Because we're waiting on Master Corporal Van Cleef getting closer. Van Cleef is going to move into there. Well, let's move Simmons into there. He can face out into the courtyard. I reckon they'll be done before Van Cleef is, so they can move. Well, let's move them as quickly as we can, actually. They can move up into that one, and then Van Cleef can move up into the corner one. He's not going to get there by the end of the minute, but that should give us a line of fire here. And I reckon... yeah, so if you wait 30 seconds... and then, in fact, wait 45 seconds, just because you've got a bit less to cover, right? And then you move into there, and then you guys wait 20 seconds, then sprint across to there, and immediately move into there. You're already suppressing the two-story there. Okay, that's all of that moved, sorted. We're not really moving down this end. We've pretty much pushed everybody up into this way. We've broke into two at one point, and now we're sort of merging back into one, more or less. But I think we can see how this will go. Do we need to be concerned about that RPG seeing anything? No, I don't think we do. Okay, here we go. I'm going to let this one play because there's a lot of very aggressive movement going on.
Inbound for attack, 30 seconds out.
Oh, that was fucking close. I don't know how we didn't take a casualty there. There's my F-bomb for the video. Hopefully that isn't a problem for YouTube stuff. Oh, there's a lot of explosives being flung at us. Okay, we didn't take any casualties though. How is beyond me. So let's see how this progressed bit by bit from closer up. Master Corporal Anders makes entry into the first section of building. Just as he does, I'm guessing we capture this guy.
Drop your weapons and surrender.
Yeah, they said drop your weapons and surrender, so it was just a question of getting close enough to them, I think. So Anders enters the first bit of building, but he's protected by this exterior wall from everything else.
Enemy troops.
Then, enemy from the fourth group up here start engaging. I think they're trying to engage this chap that's lying down here. Yeah, they definitely are. So they're now in the fight. does look like some return fire comes out from somewhere over here. It might even be from these guys. Yeah, it is the executive, the XO in this building, because for some reason these guys have dropped their non-engagement, so he starts returning a bit of fire. Corporal Seipel starts to make his way across the street, and how the hell nobody in Seipel's fire team gets injured here is beyond me, but let's take a look at this.
Move it, troops.
Dash 2 in top.
No idea how they weren't hit there. So they run across the street. Where did it come from? That's the question. Came out of that building where we knew the RPG 29 was. So he just fails to injure them somehow.
Dash 2 in the pop.
At the same time, Anders has started moving through that building as Simmons starts moving in.
Roger. Cleared hot.
Then in comes the two pioneers under Guardsman Le Mans, and enemy in this two-story begin engaging. They have got RPGs. There's 5 of them in that squad. They do fire an RPG. Doesn't go too badly for us. Doesn't hit anyone. The troops start to get into their fire positions, and some of them have started to return fire. And we're at 27 minutes. We did overrun on, was it the last one or the one before? So in the interest of not overrunning too much, we're going to end it here, and we'll see how this contact as we move into this compound goes on the next one. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you've watched the whole series so far, you are an absolute fucking legend. Thank you so much. Please do comment, like, and subscribe. I'm not really getting any comments, not getting very many likes. That's perfectly fine if you don't want to click the button. If you haven't got to the end of the video, maybe you haven't heard me say that. But anytime you comment or like on a YouTube video, you know, it helps the algorithm to show it to more people. It convinces it that it's worth showing to people. So if you do like what you've seen, please do leave a comment, even if it's just to say, you know, keep it up, or I'm really enjoying it, or, you know, that was close with the RPG, or whatever, or, you know, and click that like button as well. Thank you so much, guys. Check me out on Twitch in the description down below. I'll see you in the next one, but for the time being, it's going to be War Dog out.